Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I decided to do this extra stream because tomorrow I will not be able to stream probably, and also part of Sunday. So, yeah. At the same time, I want to progress, and make our game better. Yes, I want. So I'm here. I'm here, my boys. Yes. So at the end yesterday we gave up on the smoothing of the rotation, right? Of the character rotation. I mean, it's a bit of a pity, but fine. Maybe I will revisit it in the future. For now, I think we are good with that. We're good with that. I think it's fine. It's fine, boys. It's okay. It works decently. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works kind of fine. So let's jump right into it so we don't waste time. And let's go directly here and here and here and here. Hello, Hula. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. So I want to do a bit of bug fixing. Some people mentioned that you can, and maybe for that we can switch. We can switch to the we can switch the dummy database, right? We don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. Okay, so first of all, let's reproduce the problem. So someone said that if you fly, I mean if you fall down and you press Z while falling down, you stop midair, right? And I don't even know how is that possible, because probably we are removing gravity or something. It's kind of strange, huh? I don't understand how that can even happen, right? Because sit, handle sit. No, huh? That is not used anymore. Why is not used anymore? Interesting. Because we are, because we are on the dummy DB. So if I, oh my, this character is super big. Why so big? Wow. I think I was testing. He's a giant. He's a giant character. Why? I don't know. Let's use another one. I don't want to add more complexity. Things are already complex enough. By the way, I think I will fix the encumbrance. At the moment, if you have a lot of weight on you, the encumbrance check doesn't work, right? It has to be fixed. So I think I will fix that one day. No, before the next release for sure. Okay. Okay, so what we are saying is that, let me just check one thing. If I say sit, right? Sit is not scriptable? Why? So slash sit is not working. And stand up. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. So I have to keep Z pressed, basically. Hello, who joined? Hello, Nomad. CGI. Thank you for the follow. So I don't know exactly how to do it, but I think the simplest way would be if I slide me up like 1 kilometer, right? And then I press Z. Yes, it actually stops you mid-air. Interesting. It actually stops you mid-air. And if you stand up, do you fall down or no? Yes, you fall down. So it works. I see. Is it instant or? Yeah. As soon as you press Z, you basically stop. I don't remember exactly how this happens, right, in our code. So let's try to see if we can fix it. Let me see if there is a sit something. No, there is no sit. Weird. Okay. I guess we need to go and check the mapping. So it's something that definitely is happening through the client. I'm a bit surprised, right? That there is no... There is no sit in here. Okay. We have to go to the editor and check because... Perhaps it's not a bug. Yeah, I was saying we can consider it magic, but yeah, no, I think... I don't know. I think we can consider it a special effect, but nah, I think it's a bit weird. I mean, in the future, maybe when we will have more stuff on falling, and I mean, I think it may become a stupid thing. So I would try to. I would try to fix it. Should be inside a PS character or chat. Let me see. I don't know if it's done completely on the client. Character mode sit. Character mode sit. Sitting on ground. He's sitting on chair. Yeah, because this is changing. This is changing stuff. This is changing stuff in the animation blueprint. This is changing stuff in the animation blueprint. Enhanced input set. Okay. Ask server to set. It's done completely in blueprints. I don't know why, but it is. It is. It is done completely in blueprint. Fine. Yeah, it's this disable movement. Okay. I think it's this disable movement that is doing the thing. Fine. 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 So what we okay. So how do we intercept this, right? So the only way to intercept it is to start from mouse and keyboard, I guess, in this where is it? Okay. In this action, right? So this is when you are pressing the key to sit, being sit on ground or sit on chair. So I think we have to intercept it exactly here. We have to intercept it here. The problem is that I need to know in which state my character is. So I will have to take the animation instance. Exactly. I will have to take the animation instance. And by the way, I think we can do this earlier or no? No, I think we can. I think it makes no difference, right? I mean, moving these things around is always a bit scary. But if I do this or that, should be the same, right? I'm just doing the cast before, so I can use it here. So when I have my animation instance, the problem here is that I need to understand if we are falling, and I don't think there is an is falling. I think there may be something is in air or on air or something in air. No. No, 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 no. Is there a mode? Get mode. But get mode is returning. No, no, no. This is not it. This is not the mode that we want. Why if I do it from here? Huh? So before it was working, now it's not working anymore. What the hell? That's a bit weird. How do we know if our character is falling, guys? I remember it was something like he's falling, but probably not. He's falling. Yeah, exactly. He's falling. Wait. Get movement component. Through the movement component. Get movement component is falling. Not flying in a non-fluid volume, not on the ground. I think it's falling, May. I mean, do we have the same problem when we swim or not? Like just usual, you have a risk to have a strange effect after you change the Z. And perhaps better to change the falling more than the Z. And no, I have to... No. I have to intercept it when you press the key. What do you mean? No. I have to disable the possibility to sit. I don't have to change the way you sit. I have to disable sitting. That's for sure. Okay. I don't understand why is targeting nav movement component. This is falling. But it seems to be used in other places, so it should be okay. It should be okay. I just need more space. We have space. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, cannot sit while falling. So this in theory should do it already, right? Because we are catching the... We are catching this as soon as you press the command, right? Now, in case we update to actually allow /sit, we will have to be sure that we replicate this check, right? But I think it's fine. Okay, let's try. Hello, Fanner. Thanks for inspiring me to do things that I should be taking care right away instead of putting things off for later. Exactly. Exactly. Did you have a soda today or not? Tell me the truth. Still falling down, pressing Z. Pressing Z, nothing happens. Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed, my boys. Very nice. Okay, so this works. I mean, you can try again, but I think it's... I mean, it doesn't tell you anything, but I think it's fine. I think it should not tell you something like, oh, you cannot... Right? You cannot sit while falling. I think it should just... Yeah, it's doing absolutely nothing. I'm pressing Z. I'm holding Z. Pressing Z. Doesn't do anything. Okay, nice. So this is fixed, which is very nice. Now, the other thing that they told me was that we are consuming stamina while falling, right? Which is actually a bit weird. We are consuming stamina while falling. I mean, on one side, I think it still makes sense, but on the other side... I mean, you should not consume it by the distance that you travel, I guess. Wait, window, GM show. So, never tired. Never tired. Never tired, huh? Mental stamina, physical stamina. I think the problem is because I'm carrying like 3 million. I'm carrying like 6 million things. Let me try with another character. This character is not a good character to do this test. We need to do it with another character. I contacted my disability benefit support worker. Why I haven't received my monthly payment yet? They said it was a glitch. Oh wow, they have bugs as well. If they have bugs in payment system, that's kind of scary. That is kind of scary, actually. Okay, let me try again. Okay, she's carrying a decent amount of items, but not a crazy one. I'm just running around a bit to see. My stamina never changes. For whatever reason. My stamina seems to be... well, it's changing a bit. But very, very little. $190, $189, $188, $186, $184, $183. It's changing a bit, but okay. Let me see what happens if I fall down. Oh wow. It's decreasing a lot. But I don't know, I think to me it seems to be a very small point, right? So, and because no one will ever fall, you know, that much without dying. So no one will ever fall that much without dying, and well, why is 11 now? Do we want to fix it? I don't know. It seems to me that it's a very small it's a very small case, right? That you actually have your stamina messed up. I don't know. You say I should receive my monthly payment by Tuesday. Ah, my face. My face is stuck. Is it working? Somehow. It's very dark though at the moment here, so maybe it doesn't pick up the... stuck again instantly. Let me turn on one of the lights, maybe. It will help. Maybe. Maybe it will help a bit. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. It was so dark that it couldn't detect my face, I guess. I don't know, someone was saying that when you fall, you lose stamina, but I don't understand why I should remove that, right? So I thought a bit about it, and as your stamina totally depletes and you stop, when you regain it a bit, fall a bit, stop and repeat. It didn't happen to me though. It didn't happen to me. Actually, my stamina is a bit weird. I mean, it's... Seven, 0. Stamina is working super weird. $54, $45, $28, $12, $4, 0. You're too exhausted to move. But it's not true. Ah yes, you stop moving like that. Wow. I see what is that. Yeah, it is a bit weird actually. So if you are falling and you exhaust your stamina, we should anyway let you fall, right? While I think that what we do now, we just disable movement. I think disabling movement. Too exhausted. Huh. Right. Too exhausted with the H. Exhausted. You're too exhausted to move. Set mode exhausted. Mode exhausted is probably disabling movement. Set stamina regeneration skill. Yeah, this is a bit weird actually. It is a bit weird. It is a bit weird. I don't know if I like it the way it is. You should still fall, right? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that set mode exhausted is stopping the character. Set allowed to move. Set alive. Yeah, disable movement. Disable movement. I can ask ChatGPT. I think he can do it. I think he can do it easy. ChatGPT is becoming better and better every day. So in a real engine, I have a stamina calculation for my character, right? When you finish your stamina, you cannot move until you regain it. I use disable movement, right? Character movement, disable movement. Character movement, disable movement. The problem is if this happens while falling, the character actually stops mid-air, right? The character stops mid-air. I want him to continue falling but not be able to move. I don't know if it's clear, but when you call disable movement, you are completely disabling the character movement component, including gravity and falling physics. That's why the character freezes in mid-air. Yeah, is there a better way? What you actually want is to stop a player controlled movement, walking, running, jumping, but allow gravity. Exactly. Instead of disabling movement, force the character into falling mode. Force the character into falling mode. I mean, the character is already falling. Yeah, disable movement. Yeah, so it's basically saying to no, but this is not. I mean, basically what he's saying is to disable it. It's not to disable when you are in when you are flying, right? I mean, we could. I think what we can do, we can check if we are falling, right? So we can do this. We can, I mean, assuming that this is called multiple times, I mean, this is called continuously. If during the stamina, no? And no. And no, because it's setting the mode to exhausted. No. No, 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 wait. Yeah, exactly. Set the mode to exhausted, right? I think we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. And I think that this will make it reasonable. So if but I will fix the fact you stop midair due to exhaustion. So I think we can do get character, the get character movement, and we can check this is falling. So we should not be falling. And if we only if we are not falling, we do this. Otherwise we don't do it, but it will happen immediately at the next tick because this is happening continuously, right? This is happening continuously. So I think this addition should be good enough. I think still the stamina is a bit weird. Like now, for example, he's saying that they have a stamina of 1. Why I have a stamina of 1? Now I have a stamina 210. I think the stamina max is a bit fucked, but okay. Okay, my boys. Hello, Artem. Hello, Artem. Hello, Spiral. Oh no, Spiral is a bot. Is ChatGPT better than Grok, Fast Code, and Gemini for U5? I think that I'm using two. I'm using Claude and I'm using Claude AI, written like this, and ChatGPT. I think that for code, Claude is very good, but I think that for understanding your problem and guiding you on your problem, I think ChatGPT 5 is better. So, so depends, right? Depends what you want to do. In theory, you should like resolve the problem with ChatGPT and then have the code generated by Claude. I think Claude is pretty good at generating code, I have to say. But both are very good, and ChatGPT is making big leaps ahead. More and more relying on it. At the beginning, let's say 2 years ago or so, it was really giving you the wrong answers pretty much. But now is way better, way better. It doesn't really always give you the answers, right? But at least he explains you the context. He explains you how things work, and that part is very useful, because he basically reads, you know, the Unreal Engine documentation. He reads all the forums, all the posts, right? And he actually has a lot of knowledge. And also it doesn't fail on the basics, right? So for example, when you are programming multiplayer, right, with a dedicated server setup and such, it's very easy to, at least for me, it's very easy to miss, you know, some of the stuff that is needed to make the multiplayer work properly, right? And sometimes I'm asking some questions like, is this replicated, is not replicated, right? Like, is the texture replicated if I change it on the server? And yeah, the answer is no. And ChatGPT knows it, right? Knows it, so knows all the basics. So if you have to check anything, is really telling you the truth these days, right? In the past, it was always he was always saying yes and no depending on how much he wanted to please you, right? So there was this pleasing feeling that you were saying, oh, tell me that I am the king of some of the countries, right? And he or she would answer, oh yes, you are the king of Sweden, right? Even if you are not. But that time is long gone, right? I think that these days ChatGPT is way better, really better. Really better. And Gemini and Copilot, I use them a bit, but not enough to tell you yes or no. I think between Claude and ChatGPT, I basically cover all my needs. And Grok for image generation. I think that Grok on image generation is still very good, if not the best. Depends a bit on what you have to do, but okay. So now, no, we enter with the wrong character. Crap. Okay, let's redo it. We have to enter with a character that doesn't have a lot of stamina, so that we can just fall down and deplete it easily. I think the lady is good. This character. So I was just typing to someone that is trying to help me on the trying to help me on some of the furniture stuff. Let's see if he can do it. That would be nice. If someone else is helping, as usual. Okay. Okay, so we will try to deplete our stamina by falling down. And we see that the stamina is quickly depleted. 178, 170, 162, 153. I mean, I think that is because I don't know why the max stamina changes. That's so weird. I don't understand why we have the max being updated. I think that's a mistake, by the way. That's definitely a mistake. Okay, so we are pretty much at 0. So let's try to do another 500 and see what happens. Yeah, you see that now I'm at 0 out of 0, right? And I'm not stopping mid-air anymore, right? But when I reach the ground, then it say you are too exhausted to move now. It doesn't really happen like I'm moving. I don't know why I can still move though. That's a bit weird. Huh? Why? I think this limit is pretty stupid, but anyway, the current limit is 0.05, right? Which is not a great limit because it only stops you for a few for a half a second, right? So I don't know if you want to increase this value to be 10 or 15 or something, right? But anyway, at least the bug of you falling down and stopping, it is fixed, right? It is fixed. So I think it's nice. I think we leave it this way. So we do not set exhausted if falling, which is nice. Okay. Okay, so we fixed that. I don't know if there was any bug for this, like encumbrance. No. Stamina. There are a few on stamina. Max stamina decreases when I run around the map. Yeah, I think this one we should fix. I don't understand why. Yeah, this one seems to be a problem. When crafting, the stamina bar works as intended, with the max stamina never changing and only my actual stamina decreasing. So it seems that for whatever reason, when we run max stamina, apply stuff, set stamina regeneration walk, get stamina rate, set base, red base minus value. I don't understand who is changing the max value, right? The max value should never change. Adjust the stamina, adjust vitals. Adjust vitals. Dirty vital, clamp vital. Clamp the vital current value to be in the interval 0. Yeah, exactly. It looks like this clamp maybe is working on the wrong, I don't know, is working on the wrong value or... Vital max, yeah, exactly. So max should never change, right? This vital max should never change. I don't understand why it is somehow reset, right? That I don't understand. Get max HP. Vitals get vital. Vital stamina dot max. This has nothing to do. Server vitals. I think this happens only the first time, right? So this in theory should not be problematic. Man update to client. Yeah, we're always changing the current. We are never changing the max, at least for what I see. Or it's only a problem of display, right? Like we are displaying it wrong, but in reality, because like now we are displaying 43 out of 43, right? But we know that our character actually has more than 43, no? It was 200 at the beginning, so why is 43 now? Yeah, exactly. So I jumped, right? I jumped, and that became... that is so weird. Wow. That is so weird. Receive vital updates. New vital 256. It's 210. New vitals new 2048 031. Huh? Wait, let me go on full screen so that we can... yeah, there is definitely a problem with this anyway. I mean, this is not normal. 209, 209. Encumbrance slowdown. There are also some leftover printout. Let me see. Yeah, there is a leftover printout actually. That we don't want to have. Yeah, this max stamina, this max physical stamina seems to be broken when you... Now, one thing that we can do, we can check if it's just a display issue. Maybe it's correct, but the display is wrong, right? It could be. It could be. $209.9. Let me check the editor. I have a feeling it's just a display issue. Pam para pam pam pam. Okay. So let me check. So the update vitals happens. Receive vitals update UI, right? Receive vitals update UI. Receive vitals update UI. Which, by the way, the fact that this is in blueprints is super bad. I mean, it's really bad. But we are interacting with the UI, so... Yeah, but all this parsing, you see all this parsing. All this parsing is a bit weird to be done in... Update vitals new. Hello, who joined? Hello, Daxter Play. Hey, thank you for the follow. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Hey. Thank you. So this is just a printout, right? So we should not focus on this. This is just a printout. But I wanted to understand. So it's printing what? It's printing the type. It's printing the type and it's printing the value, right? So, okay. So that is the message that we see when we jump, for example, right? We see win stats, max HP 330. Well, why I'm sending HP if I'm just jumping? That's a bit weird, huh? Max HP 330. That is kind of weird. We are sending an update for HP. We are sending an update for HP when we are jumping and we take no damage. That's very strange. 256. So we receive basically two messages. We receive a 256 and a 2048, and this corresponds to what? 256 is stamina rate. Why these branches disconnected? Mana rate, stamina rate are disconnected. I don't know why the rates, probably because the rates go in another place. Okay, fine. Stamina, right? So we received 2048, which is the stamina rate, but we don't manage it here. And we received 256. So stamina rate and stamina rate. Okay, so, but that is none of those. And so in theory, this is doing nothing, right? This is doing nothing. So when we are receiving... okay, let me try to run a second and see. If I just run... Yeah, you see that we receive a lot of vitals update. Because we are consuming... But it's again 256. It's always 256. I don't understand. At the moment we are at 190, right? I don't understand what I'm seeing actually. 190. We never receive that value. Maybe we receive it in form of percentage. Here it is. 188. Ah, okay, we got it. 32. Okay, 32. 188. Yeah, we receive it because we don't receive it always. We receive it with certain prediction. I mean, there is a reasoning behind. So 32. 32. No, 32 is mana rate. It should be... Physical stamina should be 64. Should be 64. Do we have a 64? Wait. Do we have vital update 64? Yes, there it is. Vital update 64, 1.28. 1.28. What the? Wow. We got it only one time. 188. Wait. 210. We got 210. Okay, 210 is the good one. Then we got 145. Then we got a 62. Then a 9. Okay, this is where we were going to 0. Okay. Okay, I think this one is not updating. I think this one is not updating properly. Let me see. So it is doing what? It is calling character update vital P stamina. Character update vital P stamina. What is that? Is this a dispatcher? What is it? Huh? It's a dispatcher. Yeah, it's a dispatcher. It's actually a dispatcher. I don't know. We did this part long time ago, and I think it's a bit weird actually the way it's done. But anyway. So it's calling a dispatcher because in theory the UI can, any part of the UI can subscribe to it, right? Okay, this is the bind event to our P stamina, which is going here, okay? So here we want to understand, if we are changing the value 0. Change bar value. Change bar value. Max physical stamina divided by, okay. Set scalar parameter value. Yes, but this is changing only the current values, never changing the max, right? So physical stamina D is max physical stamina. Yeah, exactly, this thing, right? But this thing should never change. This is what I don't understand. Max physical stamina. But anyway, this is the variable that we should never change. I see a set. Receive update from server on the max values. Max HP. Update max. I think it is where we fuck up, actually. Update max. Who's calling this? Update max. Someone should be calling this. Cool content. Thank you, Daxter. Thank you. I'm cooking night to see. I only have now 3 to go. Yeah. I will cook soon as well. Update max. Who's calling this? No one? That's impossible. Bruh. What do you mean? Ah, sorry, is linked to this. Yeah, whenever we do update max vitals, bind to event pschar update max vitals. So we have to check who's calling max vitals. There should be a call, right? There should be a call, update max vitals. Call pschar update max vitals. Exactly, this one. This one is coming from, let me see if P stamina is correct, yeah. This one is coming from PS character BP, update max vitals. Update max vitals. Receive max vitals on, okay. Receive max vitals. So somehow, right, we are receiving an updated, we are going through this, right? We are going through this. For some reason, we are receiving an updated max vitals of the stamina, but it seems that is not correct. Because receive max vitals. So here, receive max vitals. We call it in 2 places, which is a bit scary actually. Well, request vitals is probably called at the beginning. right? So this probably happens only once. I'm pretty sure. If I search this line in our server code, well, if I search it on the client, it's not there exactly. If I search it on the server, is there? It's actually there twice, but maybe at a distance of 3 minutes, maybe we reconnected or something. It's actually there twice, but yeah, it's the teleport to the main world of the player. Yeah, we connected with the Cran and we connected with the alien. Yeah. So this happens only once, right? So this request vitals is happening. Request the base stats once when the player connects to the game, right? So that is what. So this request vitals is not the one that we are looking for. Is the second one. Yes, which is this one, which is vital buffable on change. Vital buffable on change. Get stamina. I think that is the error. You see that here we get max mana, max HP, max weight, max pace, but here we don't get max stamina. I don't know if there is a max stamina, but is there a max stamina? Yeah, there is. So I think it is a mistake. We are passing in the max, and this is not the max. That is the mistake, boys, I think. That is the mistake, or not? Get max P stamina? No, it doesn't work. Why? Dot current? Okay, dot current. Get max M stamina. Dot current. Okay. The only thing that I don't understand, right, is why we are sending the max. Why we are sending the max? Because this one is saying on change, right? But it should be on max change, not just on change, right? So on change seems to be. I mean, this I think will fix the weird numbers that we were seeing, but still is very strange that we call this method set base current, different, and old. I don't understand why we go, because you see, when I walk, right, when I run, actually, when I sprint, right, and when I sprint, obviously I'm consuming more stamina. If you look at this window when I'm sprinting, no, not this one, when I'm sprinting, we actually receive the vital updates, which is okay, but we also receive the max updates, and the max didn't change, right? So it's completely useless to send the max update when the max didn't change, right? It's very inefficient. It's very, very, very inefficient. I mean, it's true that you get it only when you move, but if you have, 12 players, right, you're gonna send a lot of stuff. So I think my take is set base on change. Override on change. So I would like to be able to send the max only, right? Call whenever the current value changes. Yeah, I understand that, but is the max. And by the way, why we send them all together? That's another weird thing, huh? Skill stats buffable on change. Determine if it's a base change or if it's a buff. Okay. I think there is definitely a bug here. I think there is definitely a bug. Let me see what happens if I put on like a ring of strength or something, right? Because so like my max HP, right? My max HP at the moment is 330. Right? If I don't move and I put on I need a ring of strength or something. I need a ring I need something that boosts my... Well, I can also do it differently. If I just set my strength higher, my strength is 230, right? If I set my strength, let's do this. Set skill me strength, and we go 400, right? Yeah, you see that this changed immediately. So this change now is scaled to 500, right? And I'm regaining HP. Now it's a bit weird that I'm regaining HP. But anyway, but this changed, right? So my question is, where did we get the new 500, right? Where did we get the new 500? There it is. Max HP. So actually we got it from the same function. We got it from the same function. We got it from the same function. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But my problem, okay, let's debug it. I think the only way is to debug it. The only way is to debug it because I want to see the two cases. When we are updating, wait, okay. I want to see the two cases when I'm updating the current value and when I'm updating the max value, right? And it cannot be, I mean, it cannot be on change for both because actually you see that this on change is only sending the max values, right? So I don't understand why we trigger an on change when the max is not changing. That is very strange, I would say. So I would like to just breakpoint here and try to run around and see who is sending a max update, right? And maybe with that we understand what is going on. What is going on? I think this fix, I mean, if we fix this, it can actually be a good performance improvement, because I think we are sending max update continuously, even if the max doesn't change, right? And if we can fix that, we reduce the network traffic, which is always nice. It's always great to reduce network traffic, my boys. It is. Okay, let's run it in debug mode and let's see. Now, at the beginning, it will trigger a lot, right? When my character is loading in for the first time, I think that this, we can probably even disable the breakpoint because it will trigger a lot. But then we re-enable it, we try to run, where obviously my max is not changing when I'm just running. And we see who is calling that function. Maybe we just did it like an assumption that whenever something is changing, we resend it all, but I don't know if it's a great idea. I don't know. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Bow, 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 bow. I think we have to start cooking here as well. Yeah, you see now, let me disable it because I think it will trigger a million times while we are just loading characters and stuff. At the beginning we are loading a bunch of things and is it started or not? What is doing? Let me check 1 second what it's doing because I'm kind of interested. Set base, server character, APS character, the default. Okay, yeah, that is like, okay, yeah, it's still loading like default things, so it's okay. It's just initializing empty classes right at the beginning, so it's fine. Maybe now it will not happen anymore. Okay, let's try to get in. Yeah, now it will trigger because we are sending the max one time. Okay. So now we have our max at 500, right? So what I want to do, I just want to run around. Maybe sprinting. Huh? It's not happening though. Why? How it is possible? Huh? It was happening before. It's not happening now. Ah, because I'm not consuming. Wait. Because I'm a game master with settings that I'm not consuming. I'm not consuming stamina. Okay, now I'm consuming stamina. So now I'm like a normal player. Yep, it immediately triggered. Okay, so we need to understand who's calling this, right? Who's calling this? Set base. Set stamina regeneration walk. Set stamina regeneration walk. P stamina rate, P stamina rate. Set base rate physical. Okay, bro, but that's the rate. It's not the... Yeah, I think there is a bug because I understand he's setting the base, right, for one of my... Set stamina regeneration walk. Do we have a description of this thing or no? Obviously we don't. Fine. We have true, so we have, so for whatever, who's calling this? Apply stamina calculation. Set stamina regeneration walk. Rate set base. I mean, I'm already kind of unsure of why we, in apply stamina calculations, we are recalculating this, right? But fine. So we run this script, which, by the way, if we could remove this script and just hard code it here, would be so much better in terms of performances, right? But fine, because this happens so much in our game. Base regeneration, stamina walk evaluate, and then look up stamina rate. Okay. And then we are setting the base of the stamina rate, right? We are setting the base of the stamina rate. And this is set base, and yeah, and since we are setting the base, we are not setting the current, we are setting the base. We assume that, oh, we are setting the base for my buffable, and so I go in this on change, and on this on change of any vital buffable, I'm resending them all, right? And by the way, I'm not sending the rate, which is kind of funny though. So I think this part of the code is kind of fucked. Hello, I'm not Milsey. Hey. Welcome back. I think this part of the code is kind of broken actually. You know what I will do? I will check our old game. Because our old game was doing something similar and I don't understand, and I think that this part didn't really change. And I would like to understand if in our old game, right, the reasoning was the same. We have to go a bit back into the, but I think we can. Because all our old code is hosted on SourceForge. It was, by the way, open source in GPL. Now, it was not done with Unreal Engine, so here we are looking at something different, right? But what I want to do, I want to go in my PS character, right? We should be under bulk object. No. We should be under common. I don't remember if it was common engine. It was a bit different at that time, right? The structure was a bit different. Client common MPC client launch server tools. Where the hell is bulk objects? Ah, is here. Bulk objects. PS car. So here we are in PS character and we are under set stamina regeneration, right? PS character. Now this code is very old, but still. Set stamina regeneration. Yeah, you see that this didn't change actually, right? This part didn't change. So set stamina rate, set base, set stamina rate, set base. So this part is the same. Okay. Now we have to check buffable and vital buffable, right? So I think that this buffable is identical. But I want to see this vital buffable. So under server vitals is under bulk object server vitals. So I want to see here. And I want to see vital buffable on change. Ah, it's not there. Wow. This is strange though. Server vital CPP. So this is something new that I added. Or it was split into another file. Server vitals on change. Is here. Yeah, it was different. Yeah, this is something I added myself. There is something I added in Unreal Engine because you see in this code there was only it was only setting the dirty flag. It was only setting the dirty flag on vital buffable. And then if I remember right, the stats dirty. The stats dirty is checked set original vitals. Yes, this is the beginning. Receive vital updates. Receive vital updates. Send stats the message, right? Every 10th message send everything. HP rate, mana rate, stamina rate, mental stamina rate, experience and progression. Yeah, but that is definitely something that I added myself, and at the moment is causing the update of the max stats all the time, and I don't think it's a great idea. F vital, UI vitals, receive vitals update new. Receive vitals update new. I think I did it here for simplicity, so I didn't really care, right? And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it here. But it's not the greatest idea. Because at least we should check if those really changed, right? So I understand the on change, but I will need to understand if the change is one of these stats, right? Because if it's not one of these stats, there is no reason to send it. Right? There is no reason to send it. So how do we know? How do we know if this vital buffable is one of the following? Or is there a way to catch it before this on change? Is there a way to catch it before the on change? There is a bit of a mess. How do I know this vital buffable, right? What the hell is it? We don't know. Pam 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 pam. So this buffable has no idea what is it. It doesn't know if it's HP or what the hell. It doesn't know. It doesn't know what is it. It just has a value, right? It just has a value, base and current and cached and whatever, but it doesn't know. Yeah. It doesn't know what is it. So actually, I don't know if I want to change it now, but this piece of code is bad, right? This piece of code works, but is bad because this is getting called every time a stat changes. And it's super bad. And it's super bad. So let me add maybe a comment. We should do it only when a max changed, right? So that's the point. Now, I don't know if I want to change it now, but what I'm saying is that is actually pretty bad, right? So is unnecessarily resending all the max when the max didn't change, and unfortunately, we don't have a way to detect if this vital buffable is a certain type, because this vital buffable doesn't know who is it, right? It just knows he has a value. So it's the calling function that knows, right? It's the calling function because, yeah, exactly. Get stamina rate is just returning a buffable and then is setting the value. So we know, right? So we know that this is vitals get vital PS stamina, right? For example, physical stamina. But we don't have this inside the buffable, which is kind of annoying. It can be any of this, right? I mean, what would be a better place to do it? Actually, a better place to do it would be in any place where we are actually updating the max HP, the max mana, the max stamina, I mean, all of that. The problem is that some of this stuff is calculated through scripts, right? So you may have a ring, then when you equip it, it's giving you more strength, right? Or there can be a spell that boosts your strength. Or there may be a debuff of whatever kind that is reducing your strength, right? So there are so many places in the code where this happens. And the only way to really detect it, in theory, is actually inside this function. But this function doesn't know if it's one of these guys. It doesn't know. It doesn't know. Get max HP. So for example, right, if I search get max, yeah, you see it's in a million places, right? Now, yeah, so for example, here we have a buffable buff. So this is right? This is changing the max value, for example. Buffable buff. But here we are in the same situation. Where we are inside buff, we don't know who we are, right? We don't know who we are, so... No, I understand why I did it that way, but it's pretty bad. It's actually pretty bad. Because this should happen only the first time in Request Vitals, right? Only one time at the beginning. And then whenever the max changes. But should not be done, you know, kind of randomly like now, at every change. Current greater than 0. Wait a second, I'm gonna cook some food, okay? Give me a second. Give me a second. First I need to see if this is, yeah, this seems to be told. Okay, nice. So we can cook it. Now to cook this thing, I think it would be better to split it. I think it would be better to split it. Because otherwise it doesn't really cook well. So in about 25 minutes, we will have our dinner cooked. But I need a timer. Timer 16 minuti. Okay, we have a timer 16 minutes. Because I have to put some vegetables in the oven at that time. And we're back. So guys, I don't know if I want to change this now, but definitely that is a bit of the problem is in how many places, right, we are setting the base. In how many places we are setting the base, right? So that's kind of a problem. So I cannot really intercept it, right? So I will leave it as it is. I think that is a waste of time. I understand it's a performance gain, but it's a bit of a waste of time. I put the yeah. I mean, I think at least we fit. So, I mean, this is pretty bad, I have to say. This is pretty bad. So, but it's just a performance issue, right? Because we are sending it more than we should. I don't understand how it was done in the old client, though. Because I understand the dirty flag, right? But I understand the dirty flag. Which then we arrive here, right? And it is checking who is dirty at that time. And here we are sending the current values, right? We are not sending the max values, we are sending the current values. So is the dirty flag, wait, maybe the dirty flag is by, Ah, wait. I think the dirty flag knows. Yeah, the dirty flag knows. The dirty flag knows. Because it knows who is it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, 1 second then. Then we have a possibility. Yeah, you see what it's doing? It's passing this as the dirty flag of the vital, initializing it. So, okay, that's very, very good. So But it is more than I was expecting. Wait. It is more than I was expecting. So we could do something like if how can we do it with one if only? Can I do it with one if only or not? Because basically is max HP, right? Is max HP, max mana. It's max HP, max mana, stamina max, right? Other stamina max. And then is max weight and max current space. The problem is that max weight and max current space is not... Yeah, because these are... Yeah, because these are derived from this one. Yeah, so it should happen only if one of these four are changed. Okay, that's very nice. That is very nice. So we can say if my dirty flag, right, equals to this, or my dirty flag equals to that, or my dirty flag equals to that, and so on, right? Yeah, like this I think is way better. Way better. And at this point we can also leave it here. I mean, I mean it's still not the best place, right? Still not the best place, but it's already way better. Yeah, it's already way better because at the moment we are just doing this check. We are only doing this check, right? So maybe now is okay. Maybe now is okay. I mean, we may still add. We may still add a. While this function is called also when a current value changes, right? So, but I think that this way is way better because we are never sending updates when not needed. Okay, let me try to recompile like this and just see if it makes sense or not. So if it's any of these four flags, right, which are the max, we resend all of this in one packet. I mean, in theory, we could do it on the stats DR, but it's pretty much the same. Yeah, we could. Okay, recompile. So do we want to debug it? Yes. I think we want to debug it, and basically we want to see that we don't go through this, right? We don't go through this when we are just running around, while before we were, right? Yeah. This is a good fix, huh? That is a very good fix. It is a very good fix because it was sending stuff, you know, too often, really too often. Now it needs to be tested a bit, right? Just to be sure, because it is one of the core systems, the vital system, right? HP, mana, stamina, all of that. So we just have to be sure that it's not messing up, but you never know. It's 8:22. I have to go at 9:30 roughly, but we have to have, yeah. I need to have dinner before, right? So, but okay. So now we will do the same simulation. I will set my, okay, so what I want to do, well, actually we can probably move the breakpoint here, right? And when I run, we will arrive there, right? If I run at a certain point, no, I have to disable my game master stuff. Okay. Yeah. And now we will skip. No, we don't. Oh, fuck. Why? 256? Ah, shit. Wait. I didn't say equal to, that this one was not working. Okay. Yeah, we have to redo it. We have to redo it, my boys. That's fine. I just messed up that line. It's good that we tested it, though. You didn't see it, huh? You didn't see it. You didn't see it, my boys. Let's recompile everything and see how it goes. 1 second. I just have to check if there is a restaurant I want to go tomorrow, and I want to check when it opens, because I need it a bit early. Yeah, I think it's doable. Okay, let me do a phone call. I have to call a place asking. But the timer is going on in 1 minute. Okay, let's wait the timer and then we do the call. It recompiled meanwhile? Yes, it did. Okay, so we re-debug it. And we see, so what we want to see that when I'm moving with the character, we go through that function, right? But we don't go inside of this, right? Because the dirty flag is none of these flags. And so we never send this unless it's really needed, which is fantastic. It's very good that I saw the dirty flag and I understood that it was, you know, unfortunately, it's not really explained here. Okay, here is the timer, so give me a second. Timer. Timer. Let's go, boys. Okay. In another 10, roughly 9 minutes, my dinner will be ready, and so I will go. I will leave you. I will leave you at that time. Okay, so we want to disable our thingy. So that we are not... What? We want to disable our thingy so that we are not cheating as a game master. No, never tired. Okay. And now when I... Yeah, and now when I walk, we should arrive here but not enter, right? Fantastic. Exactly what I wanted. Wow, it's getting called a lot. Yeah, it is getting called a lot. So imagine how many times we were sending that. It was like insane. It was like insane how many times we were sending that. So now what we can do, right? We can do this. We can check if I change my strength, right, to, because now it's 500, right? If I change my strength to 200, right, the total will change. Yeah, you see that all is getting updated. All the vitals is getting updated, all the skill are getting updated because there is a significant change now. Also here it seems that we are sending a bit too much, but anyway, fine. I don't understand what happened actually. But we got our new value, right? So in reality we are good. We are good. I think we resent all the skills. Like all. It's probably not the best idea. But I think we resent everything, but it's fine. But it's another problem, but it's okay. Receive vitals update. Vital. I wanted to see that max HP, right? We should get now this max HP somewhere here. No. No. Strange. But we got a new value here, so it seems to be correct, actually. We got 300 out of 300, right, in this thing. And we got our new physical stamp, so it actually worked. Why I don't see... Ah, because it's here. Max HP. Here it is. Max HP. Okay. Good. What the? Wait a second. What the hell is that? Okay. So basically, everything works as expected. So we fixed quite some stuff, and this fix is very good. I really like it. I don't know exactly why we are getting this using default icon 4. Maybe it is when we can't remove it from the printouts. It seems to be a bit too much. But anyway, I will have to go soon, guys. I think we did 3 good fixes. And yeah. Let me see where that is, because it's spamming like a boss. There's using default icon 4. We can remove it. Oh, it's in WD slot. Using default icon if not found. Yeah, let's keep this. I think it's not really needed. So this will reduce this spam quite a bit. Skill progress 53, skill value 00. I don't know why it's giving all these 00. Skill value 00, skill progress C6. 0011 350. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, good. Good. So we save this. I think that's all for today, guys. I think we made 3 good fixes. I will put them in Subversion. We will check it in, and it seems that everything works, which is nice. Let me just remember what the hell we did, and we can put it in the check-in. We can do a check-in here. Commit. Commit. So we changed we changed character BP, and then we did the following changes. We well, apart from that, which is just commented out, we basically fixed when you fall down that you don't get exhausted, right? So do not set exhausted if falling down. And this was one. The second was that we do not stop, do not, wait, my oven is calling me. My oven, yes, I'm coming. So do not set exhausted when falling down. And then we said do not allow sitting when falling down. And then we fixed, let's say we improved performance, network performance by reducing the amount of packets sent for max stats. I don't know. Improve network performance by sending max stats only when needed. And then we also fixed the max. We fixed the max physical stamina. We fixed the max physical stamina to be correct, because it was not correct. Max physical and mental stamina. Yeah. This is what we did, right? Fantastic. And here I removed this freaking printout. I could have checked it in, but fine. Just a stupid printout that I removed. Yeah, so I think that's all, guys. So thank you for watching. I will see you. Unfortunately, I don't think tomorrow. I have to decide at which time. Maybe tomorrow morning if we really want, right? I will have to think about it, but for sure not in the afternoon because I'm going out with some friends, and also not Sunday during the day because I will still be out with some friends, and so it may be Sunday evening, right? Sunday evening I think is definitely possible. So we see each other for sure Sunday evening and possibly tomorrow morning, depending on few things, right? But it's at risk tomorrow morning, okay? See you then, bye-bye. Don't forget to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. And also remember that our game is released. And so if you want to play it, you can go to our website, click on download now, and you can play it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. The server is up, is waiting for you. Bye. Bye-bye. See you.